Hey everybody, hey my friends. It's good to see you. Tonight I have a good recipe for you. It's it's meatball stuffed garlic bread sliders. And I got the idea from Food Wishes. I'm sure you've heard of Food Wishes, the YouTube channel. They have like 3 million subscribers. And I was inspired by this recipe. I'll be using my own meatball recipe. And I have several meatball recipes on my channel. And they are really, really good. I wish they did a little bit better than they're doing. But anyway, I'm going to use my same meatball recipe. I have actually a couple of different recipes on my channel. But I like the one where I saute the onions and garlic first. And that trick I learned from Gordon Ramsay. And it just makes such a difference to the meatball. So, I'm not going to bake my own bread. I'm going to use a little savory Hawaiian bread. Anyway, I'll show you. Let's get started. I have my oven preheated. I've got to make the meatballs. And I'm trying to make smaller amounts these days because I just cooked too much. Sometimes my freezer's full. And anyway, I've been researching today canning tomatoes all day. I don't know why. I have this, I'm afraid to do it, but I'm not nervous to do it because I really haven't decided how I want to do it. I think I want to make salsa. Anyway, I've talked too much already, so let's get started. I actually made a video last night and I haven't posted it yet, but I had 2 pounds of ground sirloin. So tonight I'm gonna make another recipe. I'll just try to make 2 recipes out of that 2 pounds. So here's my garlic and onion that I sauteed earlier. It's I really got them pretty dark, but they're not burnt. They're really good. And I sauteed it in olive oil, and I just grabbed a handful of purple onion or red onion and just, a few cloves of garlic. And I tried to have it really small, but it really makes your meatball really flavorful, and it adds a little moisture to them as well. Now these are going to be small meatballs, so they're going to bake quickly. And my first idea, actually I had the idea before I watched this video. I have a recipe on my channel called garlic parmesan rolls, and I was going to make that and use that one. But I figured I need easier recipes lately. You don't have to make every single thing from scratch, and I was always of the mindset that everything should be made of scratch and not take any shortcuts. And there's still some shortcuts I'm not willing to take. I don't know why, but anyway, today we're gonna use the bread. And one day maybe I'll make my own stuffed bread. I actually have another recipe on my channel, and it's not a very good thumbnail, so I'm gonna do it over. It's my brother's favorite thing that I make. And it's basically dough with sausage, and I put meat and bunches of cheese and peppers, and I roll it up like cinnamon rolls, like jelly roll style, and I bake it like cinnamon rolls. I cook the meat first, but it is so good. But that's one of my very first videos, and the picture didn't come out well. I will be putting it in my hands. That was 1 egg, and my egg is at room temperature. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna measure anything. It depends on how much breadcrumbs, and some people put milk in their meatballs. It's like your own recipe, but I'll just give you what I do, and you can season it your way. And I have some I'm not even showing you, Italian seasoning. I'm just gonna add a little bit of that, and of course I don't measure. I just shake it on there. I like this one. And some garlic powder. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is onion powder, because you want a little extra flavor. I'm sorry, I'm reaching in front of the camera. I was going to try to do 2 videos today. I'm just not that talented yet. I do a lot of research basically what I end up doing is just my own thing. I don't know why I waste my time. Okay, I'm going to put Parmesan cheese in here, so I'm only going to add just a pinch of salt. But you don't want it to be, well, you can leave the salt out, but I have to have a little bit of salt. And I'm going to be using fresh, well, it's not fresh, but it's whole milk mozzarella that I grated myself. And I tasted it. It's so good. It's hard to find whole milk mozzarella. This is some Parmesan cheese that we grated. We just grated on the bigger holes. If you want to, you could use the shaker bottle, make it smaller. I was going to grate some more, but it's getting late. So just put a handful of that in there for extra flavor. And that's about all I'm going to put, I believe. You let me know if I'm missing something. Maybe just a little, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. I was gonna put parsley, but I don't need it. So my hands are clean. Let me put this in the sink. Also, you can cook these on the stove. You could cook them in the air fryer. You could cook them in the oven. I think I'm gonna cook them in the oven today. So I'm just gonna, and they're gonna be pretty small. Let's see if I mix this up properly. You can always adjust. Hope you can see that. And it just sounds so good. It's kind of like a pizza, like a little bit. I don't know. I love meatballs, and I'm gonna try a new marinara sauce today. I was gonna make my own, but this one, somebody recommended, one of my subscribers recommended. I think this is the right brand. I've been looking and looking for it, and I finally found it. She said it's delicious. So that looks pretty good. All right, so let me get what I'm gonna get my. I'm gonna use this pan with aluminum foil, and I think I'm gonna try my small cookie scooper and see if that's big enough. Let's see. Let me see. I think this is gonna be. He baked them in a mini muffin pan, and I just don't want to dirty my mini muffin pan. It's like I don't like cleaning that thing, so I'm just gonna put that in here. Let's see what size it is. See, that's perfect. Can you see that? That's good enough. We'll make it work. It depends on how, it depends on how big you cut the holes in your bread. And I haven't done my bread yet because I'm not sure how many meatballs I'm going to get out of this. And I may not use all of them. I don't want to make a huge recipe. Although it probably would be good leftovers too. I hope this pan's big enough. I'm not sure. But I hope you're all doing well. It's been a busy week this week. Had a few doctor's appointments. Yeah, got some things going on. I can't find any answers, but I'm praying and God's leading me to the right doctors, and I'm gonna figure out. But I'm okay. Nobody worry about me. I just have, Anyway, I feel really good this week, so I'm just trying to pump out as many videos as I can. I've been having some good recipes. I've been so inspired. I'm really enjoying cooking. I just love it. And I love sharing recipes. I have a lot of, I need to chop some vegetables. Sometimes I've thought about, how people do the meal prep videos? I don't know if you guys would like to watch me chop or see how I chop vegetables or freeze them, or I don't know. I don't think that'd be very interesting. That's why I haven't done that kind of video. And I go to the grocery store very often. So I'd have like a million grocery hauls, and they wouldn't be huge. I think a lot of people like those big grocery hauls. So I did those when I first started, and then I haven't done them since. But I'm going to find something interesting. I'll tell you what would be interesting if you saw how messy my cabinets were. If I tried to straighten them on videos. I'm too embarrassed though. It smells so good. You can just smell the garlic. But if you have not tried sauteing your onions and garlic first, you must try it. It just makes the best meatball. I used to watch all of Gordon Ramsay's shows. Every single one of them on TV. I don't watch TV that much anymore at all. Sometimes I watch QVC. I'm not that interesting. I watch a lot of videos though. I just love learning. I think it's gonna be just perfect. Look how that worked out. I'm so glad. Everyone's the same size. And you don't want them too close together because you don't want them to steam. So I'm going to make sure I don't have them too close. But that's probably good enough. And they're not going to take long to bake. I have my oven on 400 convection. I like to use the convection. I like that fan. It goes a little faster. And I'll tell you how long they take to bake. But it should be about 10 minutes. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. Here's the rolls I'm going to use. Let me show you the pack. Now, I think these are the savory butter ones. The sweet ones would go really well with the tomato sauce too, but I like these. These have a little sweet taste too. And you want to cut out the centers, but you don't want to go all the way to the bottom. You want to leave the bottom to hold the sauce in the meatball. So it's kind of, you know, a little time consuming. And Ella accidentally separated them. You're not supposed to separate them, you're supposed to leave them all together. But that's okay, it'll still work. And also, I'm doing two things at one time. I have some freshly cut garlic. It's hard not to go all the way to the bottom. I don't know if I'm using the right knife. See, that's, I want you to see it up close. And that's what it looks like. And you want to, you know, your meatball should fit in here. So I'm going to cut all these. And in the meantime, I have some garlic butter back there. And now what I did was, I put butter, olive oil, garlic, parsley, a little red pepper flake, and that's it. I'm gonna heat this up for a second and let it cook just for a minute. And once my meatballs have a couple minutes left, so my oven's already on, which is a good thing. That's why I went ahead and baked the meatballs in the oven, because the oven's gonna be on anyway. Let me turn this up. I wanted you to see close up what this looks like. And I didn't measure it, I'm just guessing. So I'm gonna heat this up. I got some butter stuck on my little spatula. I love these little spatulas. And then you have these little pieces. You can make breadcrumbs out of them. You can eat them. Or you could just like do that. Let's taste it. And dip it in there. Let's see what it tastes like. Mmm. So good. You don't want to burn the garlic, but the marinara sauce is not spicy, so I wanted a little bit of spice in my meatball and a little bit of spice. And this is perfect, just like this. So I'm gonna take this off, and then turn my timer off. I'm gonna cut the rest of these holes out, and then we're gonna take the garlic butter and we're gonna brush it on the outside, inside. We're gonna bake these for about 8 minutes to get a nice little golden brown, and then we'll go to the next step. But I'll show you what they look like. I'll show you when I brush the garlic butter on. I'm gonna take the meatballs out. They're cooked. And if you want them to get a little bit browner, I would suggest cooking on the stove. But this is what they look like. And I'm sure they're cooked all the way through, and they're gonna bake for a second here. So I'm gonna put these to the side. And I forgot to show you the marinara sauce I'm gonna use. It's this one. And I think it's gonna be really, really good. I love trying new marinara sauces. So anyway, you could also, I think I might take my meatballs and mix them in the sauce. I don't know. We'll see. But it's an easy recipe. It just takes time cutting the little holes out, making the meatballs. But anyway, it's gonna be so good. Okay, here's what the rolls look like. And I did the best I could. It takes a little patience to do this. And I didn't measure the garlic butter or anything. You just kind of, it is spicy though. So you just kind of brush it on, and I have a lot of garlic in here. So just brush it. I might have to add a little bit more olive oil actually. And you want to try to get it inside as well. I mean, if you love garlic like we do, you know, go ahead and put that inside too. And I forgot to mention, I did add a little tiny bit of salt to this. I'm gonna put some olive oil in here, which is probably not gonna be that flavored, but it's okay. What you want is a nice color as well. You want to toast it a little bit so the meatballs are not soggy at the bottom. And plus, this is good, great flavor. It doesn't have to be perfect. See, if they're together, it's easier to... this is a little bit technical, but I like to do different recipes like this. I was going to really challenge myself and try to make my own bread, which I know how to make my own bread, but these are really, really good. So it's okay. I give myself permission today. And I like to try, you know, some of those sauces. You can also spice them up if you like. any kind of way. I'm just gonna I missed one. Let me put some garlic in here. I don't want to waste this stuff. But these will be garlicky, but
that's the more garlic the better.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of addicted to garlic, I think. I want to make sure I coated them nicely. This is like a good amount. It's gonna give it a really pretty color. And I'm kind of tearing them up. I need to be a little more patient. All right. Get that last bit of garlic. Who's gonna get it? You. Okay. Brush the top. Perfect amount. I love when things work out like that. You can just eyeball it and everything's okay. Okay, let's put these in the oven. I'm gonna leave it at 400. It's gonna be pretty quick. It's gonna toast up pretty fast. So once we do that, I'll show you the next. Put it all together. So you can also just mix your meatballs and marinara together, or I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna put a little sauce at the bottom. A little sauce at the bottom. We tasted this, and it's very good. I thought I might have to add something to it. You're supposed to kind of spread it, but like this is my first time doing this, but I think I will be doing this again. What a great appetizer, or just eat a couple of these with a salad. It'd be so good. Well, that one's a little deep. It's okay. I'm gonna just push those meatballs in there, buddy. I'll make them fit. I don't even know if, you know what, I think I have more meatballs than I do bread, but that's okay. I can just put them in the sauce, make a pasta. And I'm also gonna try another recipe. I didn't think I liked basil, but when I made my tomato tart, I kind of like it now, and I have a plant. I think I'm gonna make me a little batch of pesto. And I may share with you. I've been researching a lot. I think I have some good ideas. It's very simple. All right, let's put some meatballs in here, and they're not too hot. So I'm just gonna. I think I might have rather putting my meatballs in the sauce first, but we'll see. Because we love sauce, I don't know if I'll put enough at the bottom. We love sauce. We love the cheese. This one's a little big. I'm just gonna push that sucker in there. Now mine won't be as pretty as his, that's for sure. I mean, he makes some beautiful food. Just beautiful. I don't watch that channel all the time, but I should. It's hard to watch everything I'm supposed to be watching. I'm a little behind on watching my friends, answering my comments. I'm so sorry. I've been trying to really make a lot of videos because I want my channel to grow. I want to be the best. I want to try my best always, because this is really so much fun. That one's a little bit big. Let me find let's see. You could, if you would have sauteed them in the pan, you wouldn't have that little bit of stuff on the bottom. That doesn't bother me. If I showed Ella, it might bother her. Yeah, I'm gonna have a couple extra meatballs. I might make me a little meatball sub. Okay, that looks great. Let me wipe my hands. And Ella's supposed to be washing dishes right now. She better get to it. Okay. So now I forgot how we do the cheese. I think let's sprinkle a little bit now. Just a little bit, because it doesn't hurt to have it a little extra. This mozzarella is going to melt and taste wonderful. I think you're supposed to put the sauce first, but it's okay. Okay, I'm going to put some sauce on the top. I don't think you want to cover the bread completely, but you do want to cover your meatball. And you probably skip the cheese first. I shouldn't have put that first, but it's okay. It's a big tomato in there. This sauce is really good. I like to have, Ella's really good at taking a sauce and making it her own. She's very good at seasoning it, adding nice flavors to it. She's learned a lot. She's pretty good. Well, she's very good at seasoning food, and that's one of the most important things you can ever learn, and to have a good palate. I think I might need a little bit more sauce. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't pour out quite enough. Let me get some more. So this is gonna take about half a jar for the whole recipe. But if you want to, you could always like dip these in more sauce if you didn't have enough. Okay, that's gonna be just right. All right, make sure you have enough sauce. I want to cover the meatball really well. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, these are the meatballs I have left, which is okay. Now, he just sprinkled Parmesan, but I'm going to sprinkle some mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. Because I kind of want mine like a pizza. There are some tomato products that just don't agree with me. I will sometimes, if it's too acidic, I might get acid reflux at times. I haven't had it in a long time, but this one's just right. There's certain ones, if they have just a touch of sweetness, I find I don't get the. And you could totally skip the mozzarella and just put Parmesan or vice versa or whatever you like. And my Parmesan's a little big, but that's okay. Parmesan's gonna add a nice flavor. I'm covering up all my sauce, and
are we gonna bake these?
my picture's not gonna be pretty.
Are we baking these?
I might have to put some more sauce on the top. Yeah, and then we're gonna add, get the cheese off my hands, just a touch of parsley, and at the end I'm gonna add a touch of fresh basil. So, I don't know, mine might not be that pretty, but they're gonna taste delicious. I hope I put enough sauce. Anyway, let's bake them and see what they look like. And I'm gonna put them in there until the cheese melts. That took about 6 to 7 minutes, and that mozzarella, it melted so beautifully. So here's my basil. This is about 4 leaves, and I'm not the best at chopping it. We're gonna take those big ones out because I like it. What do they call that? Chiffonade. Just sprinkle that over the top. Totally optional. You can put parsley as well. And you could also grate some fresh Parmesan on top as well. But I think I have enough cheese, and I didn't feel like grating it anymore. And my Parmesan, was, like I said, was grated on the large hole of the grater. So really, you're like that. I'm going to save those 2 big pieces for something else. So there it is. That's a close-up. I hope you guys can see it. Well, let me back you up. So I'm going to let this cool for a second. And look, you can see how toasted it is. These are going to be so good. I hope you like this, guys. I'll give it a try. It's so good. Well, I haven't even tasted it yet. I'll tell you it's good. Sorry.
Oh.
Ready? Okay, guys. Well, I have a confession to make. We ate one.
Well, we ate more than one. Wait, this is my plate.
This is so delicious. And I could see why he took the extra step of the garlic butter in olive oil. It's, oh my gosh, it's so good. So, I'm going to use a fork. I know, I'm just going to pick it up with my hand. It's really, really good. And it's rich. But this is the perfect roll, too, by the way. This is hard. Mozzarella does that. I'm so glad somebody recommended me that sauce. And I'm so sorry I forgot your name, but thank you so much. Now I have to get a fork because I ate all the cheese off. The meatballs. I don't want to brag, but I can make a good meatball. I can make an Italian meatball. I can make a meatball stew, a meatball soup, a meatball stroganoff. I love them. It's perfect. Honestly, I would not change a thing. So, I hope you give this a try. You could even use frozen meatballs if you wanted to make it easier. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you try the recipe. I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share my videos if you'd like to. This one's a really good one. I just appreciate all your support, all your kind comments, everything. I love you guys. You have really been a blessing in my life, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.